good afternoon, and welcome to another Super Secret Project sketch. This is Eric Whalen from Super Secret Project X.
You paused there for a second. I thought you were.
I'm fighting a little bit of a headache.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not as bad as the others have been. Today, around that negative crap, I'd rather think about Lindsay from Total Drama Island. Because she's funny. A lot of people have issues with stereotypical anything. Cartoon characters are stereotypes. That's what they are, you know. And Lindsay is a stereotypical bubble-headed. Yeah, well, she's not so much a bimbo. A little, no, not really. She's just bubble-headed, and she's funny because of it. She's so very funny because of it. And I want to draw her because she's funny. She's also cute. But mostly because she's funny. And she's also in one of those styles that I have a hard time drawing. So I'm going to see if I can... I already took one, sweetie. So I'm going to do the thing and see what happens. Because I did Chris before. I thought he turned out okay, but didn't really get me excited. I was like, oh, that's all right. It's these super flat styles that get me. I mean, I can replicate them probably exactly. I mean, I know that I can do it. It's just no fun. Get that line right and that curve right, and then it's the character. I want to see if I can get it to look like the character.
But still have it in your style.
Yeah, but still, yeah, exactly. Have it like I would draw it. Like, one of the things I love about this character, because no human's face really does this, is she has no cheekbone. She has none. There's nothing there. Usually that point is stereotypically here, somewhere underneath the eye, and instead she doesn't have one, and it's like the edge of her upper eye socket is where is where the face line comes down, and
Well, she has one. It's just on the other side.
yeah, it's just not where you're looking. It's always moving.
Well, by how much plastic surgery she's had, you know.
Yeah, probably. You know, she's only 16. I mean, she may not have had any. She's just probably naturally that. What's the right word? I mean, she's pretty, but I don't want to say she's empty because she's not a horrible character. She's just not real bright. Like, there's moments where she had different facial expressions, but usually it's just that blank smile. And it's not because they were lazy; it's because it was funny. You know?
She's a bubblehead.
She's a bubblehead. I was just reading the Wikipedia, and they were talking about how apparently she's that way because her dad is super rich and she never had to ever do anything. And I'm like, it actually, whether Wikipedia is right or not doesn't matter. That would actually explain some things because she's just like no one home. God, I just feel the need to give her something resembling a cheekbone.
It's in your style. Go for it.
Yeah. I just don't want to take it too far off the character is all.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oh, that's going to be tough. Because there's several characters I just try to draw on my own, like just sort of doodle to see if I can figure them out. And I've done her before, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I did it, but I wasn't happy with it. Let me see here. Let's angle those eyes down a little bit. Curve them in, bring them down. Yeah, like right now, all I see is a gray alien, which is if I gave her the gave this character the whole figure because she's super busty, it would be a super busty gray alien, which is funny.
That's a genre all in itself.
Oh yes.
Yes, it is.
I guess.
Trust me, it is.
I always assumed. I just.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, they. Because I've just been kind of honestly tired lately. I just stuck Total Drama Island again just to play in the background. And overall, they haven't touched anything, which is nice. And I am just so against either censoring or people coming in and changing things. And her best sequence is where she tells Heather off. And it's where they blanked out her flipping the bird. And in the original version, it was just like 40 seconds of it being beeped out, and it was so funny because you couldn't tell what she was saying. And was I watching it on Netflix? Yeah, I was about to say I think I'm watching it on Netflix. They dubbed it in with her calling her like a big meanie and blah blah blah. I'm like, it just wasn't as funny. And on top of it, you could tell it was like a different voice actress doing it, and I'm kind of like,
either that or it was the same voice actress that they just brought her back in like 3 or 4 months later to do like the ADR and
it just did it, any way it goes, it was nowhere near as funny.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. And I'm going like, no, you had it right the first time. You know, tell your TV executives to go take a hike. They're paid plenty of money to shut up and sit in their fancy leather chairs. Let the creatives do what the creatives do. You know, and no offense any executives out there, but frankly, the best executive is the one that only steps in when it's absolutely necessary. The rest of the time, it's like, dude, just sign the checks.
right.
You know. Well, I know better. No, you're paid a lot of money to think that, but sorry. Sometimes there's a handful of executives where that's true, but I think they're in the minority. All right, so that's generally getting there.
Yeah, I'm reading about some of the censorship stuff, and it's funny because let's see, one of the creators, Tom McGillis, yes, one of the creators, he says regarding some of the censorship stuff, because there were all these discussion groups about, in the Canadian version they say suck 42 times over the series and it's way better, and then Cartoon Network should be ashamed to think that kids can't hear the word sucks.
Well, I'm actually surprised that they allowed us to hear as much as they did. As you can tell, I'm not happy with that. I'm not like some kind of crazy, like over-the-top liberty person, but at the end of the day, I'm like, none of your business. Oh, but the Americans, the great powerful country of America, we need to save their ears from the word suck. Come on.
And it's funny because I'm looking at all the stuff that they cut out, and over the years of us growing up watching cartoons, we were the censorship generation. We were the ones that
I
they
know,
were
which is
trying
why I'm
to,
sensitive to it.
yeah, trying to protect. And it's funny just knowing all of the stuff and going through all of the TV censoring and where I got, and I am just blanking on the actual the actual group that was that. Oh shoot, that's
The FDA?
Close enough.
I can't remember. FCC.
Listen, it's full of bull.
Yeah.
No, standards and practices.
Standards and there we go.
Within the actual shows themselves. And S&P. But like all the stuff that they would come out and say that they couldn't say because either imitatable behavior or whatever. And it cracks me up that some of the things like
go home, get
crap,
a better job,
shut up, crud,
Crud?
um,
What are we, 2-year-olds in this country?
which is funny because
Crud, it's a 4-letter word.
I'm saying stuff
Come
that,
on.
that I remember hearing about growing up was like, oh, you can't say shut up because kids. It's like kids say shut up all the time because they say because
Kids say way worse
Yeah.
than that.
It's like, so what are you gonna? It's like, so the parents that say it are you gonna tell them to stop saying it?
Yeah,
But anyway,
about to say.
the list here. Let's see. The word crap was replaced with several other words such as crud and shoot, but they were still used a couple of other times. Stupid was usually changed to foolish, silly, or lame-o, or some variation, except when it's being said in one particular episode.
Because we can't handle it. We might grow up to be Canadian.
Oh, all that maple syrup and hockey and loonies and toonies, and all that free healthcare. Oh boy. See the phrase.
We might have Canadian potty mouth.
I know, right? Sorry. The phrase "shut up" was often changed to "shut it" or "zip it." The word "freak" was often changed to "weirdo."
Freak was too harsh.
The word "freakin'" is replaced in most episodes with words like "totally." During the rare cases of a censor bleep, it was either replaced with other dialogue.
That's the really funny thing, though. When it first came out, it wasn't.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. Gitch is Canadian slang. The word gitch was often replaced by drawers. So I'm guessing underwear.
About to say that's completely different slang than here.
Yeah.
Then why would they even care?
Let's see. The censorship of the words heck, stupid, shut up, and hot stand out the most because
Hot?
telling somebody that they're hot.
No, I could have sworn they had done that on the show.
Because Cartoon Network had allowed their shows that had a TVY7 rating to use those words for years. Yeah, they weren't censored. They were just saying they let them stay in because people were just like, hey, these other cartoons are saying it, so you gotta let it stay in.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it's like, it's funny how they did all that, to change all that, but yet they let they let hell stay in, which I thought was hilarious.
Well, that's why I'm like, that's why I'm so sick of people trying to save people from stuff. It's like, look, there's 7 real obvious words you basically don't use.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even exactly against them being used, but at least everybody universally goes like, all right, fine, these 7 words or whatever. Don't use these. Like, all right, I still think it's stupid, but okay. And then everything, oh, crud, seriously? You gotta be kidding me, crud.
All right.
I don't even consider that a swear word.
Jim says, "Zip what? My booty hole."
Who says?
Jim Nelson.
Right.
He said, "Hey, buddy, let's go get some Kraft dinner." The Canadian accent. Zip what? My booty hole.
Yeah. I mean, that's. It's just what I'm saying is the whole censoring. It's a poopy show. It's a poopy show. They vomit massive amounts on this show, and personally, I think it's funny. I'm like, it's gross, but it's funny. I need that every once in a while. So them vomiting on screen is far more vile than someone saying, "Oh, crud, seriously?" I'm so sad. It's that Tipper Gore crap of we gotta save the children. It's just like, stop it. No. The kids are going to grow up in the environment that they're in, and they'll learn to find equilibrium in it. You don't need to be saving them from the word crud. Or shut up.
All right, let me see if I can get back to that page real quick here. Actually, let's see.
I mean, they'll end up saying other things like cram your sausage hole. I mean, that's far more suggestive than shut up, and they could probably... Oh, I'm sorry, it has the word cram in it, which sounds a lot like crud. So stupid.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the whole the episode where Lindsay does the whole.
Oh, they in the original version where they bleeped her out, I was literally just crying because I was like, I thought they would do it for a couple seconds. It went on for like 40 some seconds of her just flipping Heather the bird and just. And all the characters' reactions, the slight like looks on their faces, was so funny because she was like, the sweetest, nicest girl, blah blah blah. The only evil stuff she did was because she was, being led along and she wasn't clearly, you know, thinking. Um,
Oh, apparently a line that was changed. I can see why they changed it. Because apparently Lindsay says, maybe if I get an eating disorder or my boobs done, I'll get on the cover.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, when they were,
Get her boobs done.
yeah,
They're
and
huge.
develop an eating disorder. Because I can see why that one was
No,
changed.
they should have kept that. I would put that on a T-shirt. I would put her saying that and put that on a T-shirt. That's funny. Oh, we don't want people to laugh. What? Stop it. Okay, standards and practices.
Yes.
Go home, get a real job, and leave people alone. I'm so serious. It is so stupid.
Alright, let me see. There we go. Although Lindsay cursing out Heather was censored by a lengthy beep in Canada during the 3 instances, the dialogue was added in Cartoon Network's second airing of the episode, replacing the censor beep with "no good, selfish, heartless, pushy, bossy, mean bully of a girl." Regardless of this, the blurred image of Lindsay giving Heather the middle finger is retained. Because of this,
That's my point.
Edited in all the 3 instances, it makes her sound like she's repeating herself.
It's exactly what it sounded like. It had a seriously reduced punch to the whole bit.
Yeah, the 3 long bleeps were kept when it was aired on Jetix in the United Kingdom. It was the only scene that was left uncensored throughout the whole episode, while all the others were still censored, just like the American Cartoon Network version. However, censored bleeps are normally kept in the UK because it's the UK. But yeah, the first time it aired, it was bleeped out, and then the other times afterwards, and now on. Which is funny because, like I said, it's funny that it's all bleeped out, but again, they kept the fact that it's like.
That's what I'm saying.
He said hell and.
And they're vomiting everywhere, and they're eating bull testicles, but you can't put a bleep in there, which is functionally designed to censor a word out.
Yeah.
And you can't say the word crud.
You can't. Well, no, they changed it to. They actually said that you can. They did say crud. It was just replaced with. It was replaced by crap, or crap was replaced by crud. So. Crud was fine.
So.
The word crap.
The word crap isn't even a real swear word.
But it's taken as one.
Yeah, but that's that person's problem.
Well,
guess what?
Standards and practices.
Ketchup is taken as a swear word, so I can't use it because somebody out there is offended.
Well, ketchup is
Come on.
ketchup. Crap is meant as.
Crap, yeah.
As excrement.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Crap. Crappenstein.
Mm-hmm.
I got crap in my shoe. Here, crap. Here, boy. Here, crap. Good crap. It's just a word.
You can't have the kids having imitatable behavior.
You can't have the kids learn about reality before they get out into it. Come on now.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just going by what's been said before.
Yeah, it's not right. Leave people alone.
Trust me, I'm right there with you, but we're not the ones who are sitting in the offices deeming this. So I know when
Should be, because the first thing I would do when I came into the office would be nothing. Just leave the shows alone.
which is why I'm pretty sure that show probably brought on a lot of other things, and now we have a lot more open language with a lot of the animated shows now. So and a lot more, not only just language, but just stuff in general is now deemed all right. Because I think a lot of people realized, hey,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, kids are going to say stuff. Kids are going to do stuff, and guess what? Making it all ages as opposed to just strictly for like censored 5-year-olds, it's probably not going to get you a very wide audience.
Well, it's funny. I could see that same person going home and being like, "Hey, little Timmy, I brought home a favorite movie of mine from when I was a kid. It's called The Goonies. Let's sit down and watch the. Oh, I have to censor The Goonies now. I forgot. Kids swear. Come on.
That's one of the reasons why
You don't ever touch things like that.
That's why with Batman the Animated Series, the whole entire list of things that they weren't allowed to do. I love the fact Bruce Timm did a really great illustration of everything they weren't allowed to do, and it was like kids in danger, drugs, nudity, drinking, breaking glass, and there was like a whole entire list. And
Breaking
it was
glass.
considered a danger. And so one of the illustrations that he did was Batman and Joker fighting, falling through a broken window. Catwoman was falling out and she was naked.
Nice.
I think Joker had pieces of glass stuck in him with like also a needle stuck in him too.
Don't do drugs.
There was a little kid cowering. That was the children in danger. And I think it was like a bottle of alcohol was being thrown at him or something like that. But it was a really great illustration. He made fun of what he did, making fun of all the stuff that they weren't quote unquote allowed to do. And then afterwards they were just like they were able to get away with a lot of that stuff. It's just like, guys, it's Batman.
Well, it's also simply put, it's not your freaking business. If you could make a better cartoon, then go do it. But don't sit there and tell artists what they can and can't do. It's not like they were doing bat porn.
Well, it's not the thing of telling artists what they can and can't do. It's
It's exactly
when
that.
they sign up for a cartoon and they sign up for a job, they have to go by what the script is going by. I mean, it's like,
Then have the script do that stuff.
which they do, and then they have to go by what is being told yes or no, or either they're going to get canceled and not get stuff no matter what. So, I mean, that's one of the jokes that Alex Hirsch made with Gravity Falls, with the whole when they were doing the dance thing and the whole spin the bottle thing. And it's like that whole
That really mattered.
And it was funny because he himself was saying how when they told him they couldn't do the spin the bottle joke, he literally went and watched like episodes of iCarly and all those live action Disney shows looking for a spin the bottle reference because he was determined to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
And so what he did
Probably didn't take him long at all to find it either.
Actually, what he did instead was he made when that part in Gravity Falls, when it comes up, it says what was it? It was a joke. It was a double, basically a meta joke, saying that this joke is deemed unfit by standards and practices, signed standards and practices, or something like. It was some like double meta joke that he did. He's like, they couldn't make the reference, so they referenced the reference that they couldn't make, and then standards and practices had to sign off on it.
Fabulous. All right, for those of you who don't know Lindsay at home, and it's not just because she has big boobs, but it's how they do this. This is so hilarious. There's her head, there's her neck, there's one shoulder, and then it goes straight across the top of her boobs. The first time I realized they had done that, I just sat there just painfully giggling because it's so ridiculous. And it works so well, but it's like at shoulder level. So, I guess that's what this line here is.
Boobies.
I saw boobies. That's the funny thing. In the same show, Heather gets her top ripped off. Censored boobs. People are running around naked. Censored genitalia. Including there's color and stuff in the mosaic. So it really feels like there's stuff. And like Harold going like, I saw boobies. And it was stupid, but I still laughed. I thought it was funny. Mainly because I didn't think they'd go there. And then they're just like, well, you can't say crap, but we can do this stuff. Oh, by the way, the show has 300 gallons of vomit everywhere. Can't say crap. And you're just like, it's such hypocrisy. It's such stunning hypocrisy.
It's, it was a fun show, and I'm glad we got a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I actually just want the unedited version, because I just...
The actual Canadian
Yeah,
version. Yeah.
the real version, not the George Lucas is having a midlife crisis, I have to change all of Star Wars version.
I think also another reason why it got away with a lot of the stuff it did is because it was put on later in the evenings on a Saturday, so it was more prime. Not wasn't even prime time. It was more just late, early afternoon, late evening, mainly late evening.
Yeah, but
we sit and watch it and stuff.
yeah, but when I saw it, the first time I saw it, it was playing as a marathon in the middle of the day. The first time I saw it was in a marathon playing in the middle of the day. That's why that's why I was going like, wait, what did they just say? I was like, this is fabulous. This is funny. And then I found out, and then they started, the censoring just gets me. I'm just like, I'm serious. It's so pointless. It's so pointless. Oh.
And it's funny because you watch that as a Canadian production because they talk about they're all from Canada and they talk about different provinces and stuff. And it's funny because you don't see none of the American stereotypical Canadian stuff. You don't hear anybody getting called a hoser.
Yeah, none of it. Well, of course, because a lot of that stuff is bull. I'm sure a couple guys do it, but
it's the American thought of what a Canadian is, and you didn't see any forced hockey stuff. And I think the only thing I saw that was pretty well, it was obviously Canadian, was the fact that it was like the loony that kept getting like eaten by the alligators and the sharks in the lakes, which sharks and lakes. It's funny in itself. But yeah, I like the fact they just did an actual just like Canadian production of Canadian kids, and and you couldn't really tell except for a couple of times when you hear the vowels and all, but for the most part they did a really good job of just making it universal, except for the one kid who was extremely Canadian. Was it Ezekiel, the homeschool kid?
He was kind of meant to be the weird kid.
Yeah, he was the stuck in the middle of some weird province, homeschooled. My parents or my dad says that girls are smarter.
Well, of course guys are smarter than girls. I mean, the fact that they had an openly misogynistic character in there was just, it's how I would do a show. Don't cover it up. Do it. And it was funny.
He wasn't misogynistic on purpose. He was
an idiot. Yeah.
He was just, that's the way he was taught growing up. And
exactly right. It was part of a character, and he was really funny because of it, because he was like a total knob. And, and I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about that, because this whole save people from themselves by not showing them things is just like, sorry, I just no. If we're supposed to be this big bad amazing country, which I like our country, but this whole like tendency of protecting people from cartoons or whatever is so bizarre. It's like,
and then, once again, a lot of that is now actually getting, it's going away because
good. It's not going fast enough.
Yeah, a lot of us who grew up with that stuff, we're the ones that are now doing the shows, and we now we see how stupid that was. And so,
Stunningly.
and so now a lot of that stuff, I mean, a lot of the Cartoon Network shows that I've had a chance to take a look at, you can tell if they're just love letters to the stuff that we weren't allowed to say.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really fun, and I'm glad they're finally going, hey,
Same here.
kids are smart, kids are gonna say stuff, you don't have to shut kids up.
We don't have to baby them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no longer the kids should be seen, not heard kind of thing.
Well, I think they were legitimately trying to help children. I think the intent was good. But I just end up looking at it very simply going like, but you just then would create generations of people that can't handle reality because they haven't seen it before. And I realize cartoons are not the best version of reality. But when you go like, oh, they can't say crap. Really? Even when I was a kid, and I was a kid that didn't swear much or blah, 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 and even that stuff didn't seem natural to me. I was like, I mean, the Bugs Bunny cartoons were more hardcore than some of the shows I'd seen. I was going like,
Once again, those were, and don't forget, Bugs Bunny cartoons were met with a lot of resistance and also were censored too. So
yeah, because standards and freaking practices, and you're like,
yes, indeed.
sorry guys, you can go, you can just go away now. We don't need you ever again. And then somebody have like snarky answer as to why we need to have standards and practices. I'm like, well, you know what the kids have? They have parents that should be doing their jobs, not standards and practices.
And I don't like hearing that phrase as much as anymore because, and to be fair, there are a lot of parents who unfortunately can't be there because it's either because of working or sick illnesses, unfortunately things like abuse and all that. A lot of that stuff has been on the rise, and so for a lot of those cases, I really don't like saying that because some kids don't have that opportunity. But on the other side,
yeah, but on average, parents should be doing their jobs.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I was going to to go down. It's like on the other side of that, yes, parents need to sit down and watch stuff with their
Yep.
kids. They need to be able to be there to explain stuff. But even then, it's like sometimes it just it doesn't matter. I mean, heck, with my own parents. I mean, what was it? It was a movie that came out a long time ago. Of course, when I was a kid, so it's a while. Called The Day After Tomorrow. It was a movie that was showing what happens what would happen if the United States were basically nuked. And so, our family, we were watching it. And then the nuke happens, everything explodes, you see the white flash, people are caught in it and stuff, and you don't really see much of anything. You just see people screaming and doing the dramatic poses and all that stuff. And my mom at that moment told me to go practice my clarinet. I mean, I think I was like probably about third or fourth grade. And I'm like, I was like, why? Because I was like, I wanted to see the movie, and she was trying to protect me from from seeing the horrors or whatever. And I was like, I have no problem with it. The thing
You're
is,
the one with the problem.
the thing is, and my mom's awesome. I love my mom.
Yeah, she is.
There's no problem with her. But I was like, just wondering, it's like,
What did that have to do with anything?
yeah, it's like her doing that to me made me more curious
Mm-hmm.
and made me like want to know, why was this happening? Why was this something that I needed to not see? It's like I didn't stop thinking about it because it's like,
Yep.
I was
Exactly
like,
what I'm
why
saying.
It's like, instead of just explaining it to me what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
or if I did get upset about it, just comforting me. I immediately got sent away from it. So I'm like, that's not.
But that's exactly what I'm saying about censoring stuff and changing it and blah blah blah. It's just like the kids are going to figure it out anyway, or they're not going to understand it when they should have figured it out.
Jim says, day after tomorrow, yeah, he says, he was mildly traumatized by that movie. The animals were piles of fur. See, I never even got a chance to see that because I got sent away, so I had.
I've never seen the movie.
I mean,
But
even with your mom saying how she was saying that if she would have known what G.I. Joe was, she wouldn't have let you watch it. So it's like, well, why?
But that's what I'm saying is, I could see it if it was like hardcore pornography. I could see it if it was softcore pornography. I see it even more so if it's like a slasher gore fest. There's certain things that go, okay, I get it.
Right.
There's some content that's just
Not for kids.
that's just really extreme. I'm not completely numb to this. What I'm saying is when some school marm steps in with an unbelievably high-powered governmental job and goes, I don't know, crap, it's a 4-letter word. Yeah, so's the word from. The word from is also a 4-letter word. It's so what? Who cares? You know, go join Tipper Gore in it just drives me crazy. It's like, I'm sorry. Stop it.
Jim says, I think the only thing he says, I think I was most scared I would lose my skin and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he says his mom censored movies. And I was like, and my mom, like my parents, I mean, my dad was a sailor. He pretty much was uncensorable. But he got better as the years went through. But it's like,
But that's what I'm saying.
like with my parents,
You're not like a psycho, right?
yeah, and I mean with my parents, they didn't. That I think that's probably like one of the few things my mom actually few times my mom actually did that, if any. I think another time was when, and this wasn't even really censoring. This was once again her trying to protect me. One of our cats got killed by an unfortunate accident.
Yeah, well, that happens.
They didn't tell me. They didn't say, like, nobody in my family said anything at all. I just thought the cat had ran away, and it broke my heart more that they didn't tell me, because for months I thought that the cat didn't love me
Yep.
and ran away from us because we didn't treat her right.
Yep.
And to find out that she was instead killed in a very nasty accident,
Yep.
that was upsetting to me too. But it's
Yeah.
like, I think it was more along the lines of, I felt my trust was broken from my family than anything.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is the point of being a kid is to learn to be an adult. Okay? That's literally the point of being a kid. Playing is something you need to do to become an adult. All the stuff that the great, awesome kid stuff is the stuff you need to do to become an adult. So to sit there and to take away what children throughout history have always had, exposure to reality and life's lessons, and I'm not saying that they should be getting all of life's lessons from a cartoon, but these are good places to start a conversation with the parents.
Jim says, my mom watched Teen Wolf, and when the topless scene came up, my mom hit stop and fast forward.
Oh,
I love Teen Wolf.
I've never actually seen Teen Wolf.
I love Teen Wolf.
I've never seen it.
That was one of my favorite
I've seen clips,
movies.
but
It was so much fun and silly, and I love that. We had the VHS, and we watched it, but I think I watched it more by myself than anything, because I love that movie. I freaking love werewolves, and as a kid, I'm like, I want to be a werewolf.
right.
Yeah, my furry side was showing, even at that young age. But yeah, I love that movie. And the topless scene, I remember as a kid just watching it and just giggling stupidly because I was a kid. But
Well,
yeah.
there's also the other side of it being boobs they exist. Everyone has nipples. So what? Okay, it's okay that little Timmy sees a Renaissance painting with breasts, but not a movie with breasts? Breasts are breasts are breasts are breasts? What are you doing?
Doingus.
So what?
Oh, that's...
You want to know why little Timmy acts weird around boobs? Because you won't let him see them. He doesn't know what they are. They're a weird, scary mystery.
That's a whole nother extensive, that's a whole nother show of content that you have to get into with that one, because that's just an American problem in itself.
Yeah.
Nakedness versus nudity. But anyway,
I
but
was,
yeah.
I was watching a Russian movie about their best female sniper in World War II, which was a really good movie. And they were on the beach, and everyone was in the 1940s beach gear, blah blah blah. And this little chubby, half-naked blonde girl just goes, I mean, it's just a kid, no big deal. But in America, oh, you can't ever show, oh, and I'm just going like, oh, it's just a kid. So what? It took me off kilter for a second because I wasn't used to seeing it. Then I went, oh, clearly the Russians don't have an issue with this,
Right.
and they shouldn't, because they're just kids and they run around in their underwear all the time, and that's reality, and it's like, why we're trying to protect people from, I guess the Satan fueling thing that is nipples, like, stop it.
No, don't forget, we came from a society that was like that sexualized ankles. There's still a lot of work to be done. We've come a long way, but we're still fighting.
We have to save people from their genitals. Stop it.
Yep.
Stop it.
Yep.
When it gets done, I could see if it's like really huge stuff. Like there's a sex education film that went a little too far. All right, I can probably see somebody having a meeting about that. Somebody says crap on Total Drama Island. You are one bored person to make that your life's work. You just are. Go get yourself a better life.
Remember, I mean, this was past our times, but I remember this when what was the wrestling group X something, but they would do the X cross over their crotch and thrust.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that whole, like, the amount of teachers and parents who were angry.
Stop it.
Yeah, I remember some kids were getting thrown out of gym classes for doing that at dodgeball. And let's see, Jim says, I read from a parenting magazine that toys and action figures are good for kids because they allow children to act out their perspective of the world around them, which is very true. Yeah, it does, which is why
they're important.
Kids should play with toys no matter what they are. Little baby dolls, action figures, all that.
Yeah, let 'em.
Everybody should be allowed to play with toys, no matter who they are quote unquote made for, because kids should play with toys. And
it's a natural part of being a kid.
I read this great line where this lady was saying she was they were at a doctor's office, and her little son wanted to play with the baby doll.
Let him.
And she did, and some lady got upset and angry, and
that's her problem.
No, sorry, it was a dude that got upset, and he's like,
that's his problem.
And he's like, well, what are you teaching your son? And she's like, I'm teaching my son to be a dad. And she was like, I'm teaching him to be a responsible parent when he grows up to be one at some point. Yep. She just kind of shook her head and stared at him. He kind of grumbled and walked away.
It's like, hey, idiot, go back in your hole.
Thanks, Jim. That was the name of the wrestling group, DX. That's right. Yep, DX. 2 words for you.
And that didn't hurt anybody. Was it classy? No. We can have a whole conversation on whether or not, But that's a conversation between the parents and the kid. That's not some commission's job.
And the messed up thing is, because the kids were imitating it and they were getting the teachers upset, the kids started doing it more because they saw it was making the parents and teachers upset and telling them that they couldn't do it.
And if a teacher was a good teacher, they would realize that is exactly what children do. Even more so boys. Even more so rowdy boys. Yep. It's like when I want somebody to stop doing something, I don't make a big deal to try to stop them from doing it. I make sure that they are bored with doing it, so they just stop. It's kind of that simple. Or
you just do a polite, hey, come over here, let's do a quick talk. And you don't make a big fuss about it. You're just like, hey, this is what's going on, and it's probably not cool for you to do that. So, hey, Could you not do that in the class?
And
Simple
you
as
are
that.
now just encouraging them to do more.
Yeah, if you do a calm, hey, this is what it is, as opposed to just freaking out about it. I've learned a lot more, like the whole catch flies with honey than it's true. I mean, honestly, like I've had kids who were doing silly stuff when I was teaching them, and so I'd do a, okay, class, everyone keep working. I'd pull the kid over. It's like, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I just want you to let you know that, hey, this is a little bit disruptive. Could you not do that? If you feel you have to do that, could you wait till after class? And the kid was like, oh, I'm sorry, and call him right now, and didn't do it. Like kids when you get on their level,
Yeah.
are more apt to respond. So
Yeah, and the ones that are going to keep doing it because they're being little snots, you don't give them what they want.
they want attention.
Yeah, they want attention. They want you to react. And it's not even like, I wonder if they want me to react. It's like, no, that's exactly what they want. They want you to react, and you're giving them what they want.
I'm sorry, Jim. This last one I just read in a very sad voice. I wasn't allowed to play with toys at doctors. Mom was afraid I'd get germs from the sick kids. I just read it in a very sad voice. Like, oh. Like I should be hearing Droopy reading that or something.
All right, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's not bad. It's better than the last time I gave her a try. I still feel like I could give her more shape, but good enough. All right, here's the unfortunate moment where Lindsay and Gleek, the space monkey, are going to spend the rest of eternity sealed in my sketchbook, lip locked.
His expression is perfect for
Yeah.
it.
You freaky monkey. Meet Lindsay.
Space monkey.
Oh, that's nasty. That's not good for anyone.
Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Oh,
goodness.
oh
boy.
man.
Oh god.
Oh crap.
Oh jeez.
Let's see if the shake works. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Oh, it did not work.
I really wish that company would have made a bigger one of those, because I really do like the design, but you only get like what, 3 or 4 good tools in there?
Well, it's designed specifically for a small kit,
Yeah,
of which I have slightly more than, which I get it to work and then I don't get it to work. And let's see if that does it. I'm sitting here live streaming me playing pencil Tetris. I mean, I am on Twitch right now. Oh no. No. Ha ha! Eric operated the box. All right.
You get a gold star today.
I got a gold star.
Well, we had a grand total of 4 people watching. I'm probably one of them, so 4 people. That's good.
And probably our screen is the other one.
Yep. And thank you, Jim. Oh, now 5 people. As we're closing up.
Uh-oh.
Thank
Well,
you,
sorry
Jim.
for anyone that just showed up. I'm closing down shop today. We will, however, be back next Saturday, 4 p.m. And, yeah, I guess that's about it.
Thanks, Jim, for joining in the conversation.
Yeah,
We
thank you,
appreciate
Jim.
it, man.
Anywho, everyone have yourself a good week. We will catch you later.